America has officially traded in its unlimited breadsticks for a basket of peanuts and a sizzling steak. That's right. After reigning supreme for 6 whole years, Olive Garden just got knocked off its casual dining throne by, wait for it, Texas Roadhouse. Yep, that Texas Roadhouse, the one that feels like a honky-tonk threw up in the best way possible. But here's the million-dollar question. How did a steakhouse where you have to shout over country music to order a baked potato become the new king of casual dining in America? Spoiler alert, it's not just about the steak, nope. What's happening here is bigger than just sizzling meat. This is a full-blown revolution in the way Americans eat out. So grab a roll, with cinnamon butter, obviously, and let's dig into why your aunt, your neighbor, and your college roommate's ex all suddenly can't shut up about Texas Roadhouse. Let's rewind to the dark days of 2020. The world shut down, we were all stuck at home, and suddenly, people became obsessed with steak. Yup. While some folks were hoarding toilet paper, others were out there stockpiling ribeyes like it was the end of days. Steak became comfort food, celebration food, apocalypse survival food, everything at once. And with restaurants closed, people started learning how to cook it at home. Kind of. The problem is, steak is expensive, and when the beef supply chain got wrecked, prices went moonster mode. Some cuts jumped 150%. That's right, your fancy date night meal just became a financial commitment. So when Texas Roadhouse swung open those saloon doors again, offering juicy, hand-cut steaks at prices that didn't make you cry into your mashed potatoes, people came running not just for the meat, but for affordable luxury in a world gone bonkers. Now here's where it gets juicy. Texas Roadhouse wasn't the only steak joint on the block. There's also Longhorn, which is doing great. And then there's Outback, which, yeah, not so much. Outback raised prices like they were auctioning off filet mignon at Sotheby's without upgrading the experience. People were like, wait, I'm paying more for worse food? Texas Roadhouse did the opposite. While beef prices skyrocketed, they absorbed some of that cost themselves. Risky move, sure, but genius in hindsight. They only raised menu prices a smidge, like 2.3%, while food costs were rising 4% or more. And what do customers do when they see you not gouging them? They fall in love, they come back, they order more sides, and boom, that's how you fill seats and keep them full. Now here's the tricky part. You think you're getting a better deal at Texas Roadhouse, but are you? Let's do the math. A sirloin steak there runs you somewhere between $13 to $23, depending on the size and location. At the grocery store, you might pay $14 for the same size. Seems like a win for DIY steak night, right? Not so fast. When you factor in the sides, those glorious loaded baked potatoes, buttery corn, and bottomless rolls, suddenly the restaurant deal isn't looking so bad. Plus, Texas Roadhouse uses USDA choice beef, which is miles better than the random shrink-wrapped stuff you grab at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. Oh, and they actually know how to cook it. Unless your cast iron skillet at home has magical powers, you're probably not matching the high-temp grill action they've got going on back there. Gen Z gets this, which is why they're flocking to places like Texas Roadhouse instead of fumbling with a meat thermometer at home. Here's where the money magic happens. Texas Roadhouse may take a hit on that $20 steak, but guess what? That $4 mac and cheese, it costs them like $1 to make. Soda? Basically liquid gold. Dessert? Don't even get me started on the profit margin of a brownie with a scoop of vanilla. Once you're inside and the vibe is rolling, you're gonna add a side, or two, maybe a drink, maybe a dessert, and suddenly they've made their money back and then some, all while keeping you happy and fed. This isn't unique to Roadhouse, by the way. Olive Garden has the breadsticks. Applebee's has combo meals. But Roadhouse? They wrap it all in the feeling that you're actually getting more than what you paid for. So what's the real difference maker? Why is Roadhouse winning when others are just treading water? It starts with tech. They've upgraded the kitchen with screen ordering systems, added pay-at-the-table devices, and streamlined everything to make the experience fast, easy, and fun. Less time waiting equals more time eating equals more money for them. Efficiency, baby. Next, the staff. Texas Roadhouse actually invests in its employees. Weird, right? Pay them well, train them well, keep them happy, and, shocker, they stick around. That's good for business and good for customers, who now get served by people who actually know what they're doing and don't hate their jobs. Their CEO even said it. Where roadies want to work, guests want to dine. It's cheesy, but it works. You know what Olive Garden says? When you're here, you're family. But Texas Roadhouse acts like it. Each location hosts around 4 fundraisers a month for local causes. That's more than most restaurants do in a year. Why does that matter? Because over 70% of people say they're more likely to visit a restaurant that supports their community. It's not just dinner. It's a relationship. Texas Roadhouse isn't just feeding you. It's showing up for your kid's school, your neighborhood, your town. It's not just a restaurant. It's your neighbor. And that right there, that's the final secret ingredient. So yeah, Texas Roadhouse didn't just stumble into the spotlight. They earned it. By making steaks affordable during a beef crisis, treating employees like humans, upgrading their tech, and showing up for their community, they've become the new gold standard for casual dining in America. Meanwhile, Olive Garden is still handing out breadsticks and hoping for the best. And maybe, just maybe, the next time you're choosing between eating out or cooking in, you'll remember that sometimes it's not just about what's on the plate. It's about who's serving it, how they treat you, and whether the rolls come with cinnamon butter. Texas Roadhouse says, legendary food, legendary service. And honestly, they're living up to the hype. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm suddenly craving a steak and a bucket of peanuts. See you in the next episode of Explore the Why. And hey, don't forget to tip your server.